Okay, hi. It is Wednesday, 6th July 2016. It's 1:02 p.m. So I did my exercises again today. Had my oatmeal and soy latte. But yesterday unfortunately I didn't eat the salad. I ate 2 slices of wholemeal bread with peanut butter spread and a banana. So hopefully today I will eat the salad because I noticed that when I eat that food, the salad, with all those veggies and sweet potato, I feel more like I feel more like I've got energy and I don't get a headache or whatever. But I'm happy I'm continuing with the exercise. So, I just got an email from the Law Society of New South Wales. It's an invitation to the President's cocktail reception for new admittees. So I don't know. It seems to me like they would only send this email if you already got admitted, right? So it says, dear Yvette, is this confidentiality? Alright. Anyway, so it's basically, blah blah, the president of the Law Society is pleased to invite you for an evening of canapes and drinks at the President's cocktail reception for new admittees. This event is a perfect opportunity to celebrate your admission to the Supreme Court of New South Wales as an Australian lawyer. You will also have the opportunity to find out more about the extensive practical and professional information, services and support that Law Society membership brings. So that's on the 15th of July. RSVP by Monday. I had to actually Google RSVP. RSVP means respond by this date. So it seems like my application was accepted, because why would they send me this email which says it's a reception for new admittees, right? So seems like I got admitted. I don't know. I haven't heard from the Legal Profession Admission Board. But anyway, so it sounds positive. I felt very kind of elated after reading that email. I'm like, oh my god, it looks like I got admitted. And I told my mom, and she goes, oh, there you go. So it's like such an understated response. And I'm like, no, you don't understand. This is such a big deal. And then I had a discussion, kind of argument with her about like what this means. And so I just got another like from TS Date, Transsexual Date Australia. I've gotten a few. I don't know, like I haven't so I'm on this dating site. I signed on to it a while ago, and I don't know. I mean, oh my god, some of these people, hey, this guy's 41. Oh, usually the guys who like are kind of older. He's 41. Yeah, that's alright. Age ain't nothing but a number, except that it has to be, over a certain age. Yes, that's very serious. I feel triggered now, bringing that up. Anyway, so, why do I trigger myself? So I got a lot of these stupid, oh god. If I could rearrange the alphabet, I'd put you and I together. I mean, who writes this stuff? Who writes this? Oh God. Wink, wink, let's chat. I'm seeking an activity partner. Would you be interested? No, I'm not interested in being an activity partner. Adventure awaits. Are you ready? Hit me up. I mean, where did these? It sounds like it's like from some kind of a list or something. Like you go to the website. Oh, this is what you say. So anyway, let's leave that. So yeah, I'll just wait for the end of the day before I post this video. But at this moment, it seems like I am admitted, and I am optimistic that is the case. But I have not heard back from the Legal Profession Admission Board, so okay. Yeah. Oh, I need to do more exercise. I need to do more exercise. So it's 2:32 p.m. and I got disappointing news. So I got a response from the Legal Practice Admission Board. I don't think there are any confidentiality issues here. Oh, wait a minute. This email and any attachments may be confidential and contain privileged information. If you are not the intended recipient, you must not use, disclose, copy, or distribute this communication. If you are not the intended recipient, you must not use, disclose. So if I am the intended recipient, I can disclose the communication. So I will read it to you. Dear Ms. Sati, please find attached a copy of the lpab's letter of today's date containing the decision of the board in relation to your application for admission. The original letter will follow in the mail. Regards, blah blah. Alright, so this is the letter dated 6th of July 2016. Dear Ms. Sati, regarding your application for admission as a lawyer, at its meeting on 5th July 2016, the board gave initial consideration to your application for admission. I regret to advise that the board resolved to defer your application until it receives further information from you. Specifically, the board wishes to have 1. A character reference from the principal solicitor of the Inner City Legal Center, to whom you refer in your email dated 10th March 2016, despite the fact that you have not known him for at least 2 years. 2. A recent report from the psychiatrist who is treating you for depression and social anxiety about your ability to satisfactorily carry out the inherent requirements of practice as an Australian legal practitioner. And 3. A signed statement from you setting out your understanding of the professional obligations and fundamental ethical duties of an Australian legal practitioner and addressing your ability to meet those obligations and duties. Now to read this. This request has arisen in relation to the views you expressed about character and integrity in a vlog which you posted on your YouTube channel on 14th February 2016. I note that the offending by other persons which you disclose in your Form 10 does not appear to involve any serious indictable offense, and therefore an obligation does not arise under Section 316 of the Crimes Act 1900 on the part of the board or you to report the details to police or other authority. If you would like the board to consider your application for admission again at its next meeting on 23rd August 2016, please provide the requested information to the board's office in the form of a signed and witnessed statutory declaration no later than Wednesday, 17th August 2016. Yours sincerely. Alright, so that was the letter. So what, they actually saw a video on my YouTube channel. I actually saw that video right just now, and it was a video I made where I talked about people's right to privacy, and how I referenced the movie Scent of a Woman, and that scene at the end where what's that name, that Chris whatever, he refused to dob on his friends. So, and I guess they took that to mean that either that I am not disclosing information that I know about my friends. That is not the case. I have disclosed everything I know about my friends, or whatever happened in my disclosure. There's nothing new. This video was made before I decided to disclose the information. Or the other question they might have is that I may not tell the truth if required to do so, or something like if you sign an affidavit or something, a statutory declaration, that I might lie or something. That is not the case. I'm sorry, that is not the case. If I sign a statutory declaration saying this is what I believe to be true, it would be the truth. I haven't held anything back. I think they probably saw that video and thought that I'm holding something back or something, but no, I disclosed everything in my disclosure. So this is a bit of a downer. Kind of disturbed. Yeah, it's like man, I mean, I make all these disclosures. I mean, I could have not made these disclosures and I wouldn't have this problem, because no one had to know. But I'm sure they would have found my YouTube channel, and I guess this is the liability of having a YouTube channel or social media where you're very open, is that people can, I'm pretty sure they might see this video. I'm sure. So, whatever. So this is a liability where, because I am very open about my life, I'm open about my views, that yeah, I mean, which is more important, YouTube or which is more important, let's put it that way, which is more important to me, to actually be who I am, stand for what I believe in, and you know, I just want to say, okay, if I go to, I just want to say to who was watching this video, who might be from the league lpab, if I'm called upon to provide evidence, I will not make a statement that is not true. Now let's put that in context. Now, if I went to the, let's use an example, like let's say this is an ethical question, like if the Nazis came, the Nazis came to you and said, hey, are you hiding so and so in your house? And should I tell them the truth? No, I think in that case it would be ethically wrong for me to tell them the truth, even though they are a government authority. So if the Nazi court, if I'm in the Nazi court, just example, and in that case, even though legally I would be bound to tell the truth, I think because you can see that that court is inherently evil, unjust, it would be unethical to tell the truth because you might be exposing innocent people to danger. So that's the kind of sentiment I was trying to express. I wasn't trying to hide up something like my friends did or whatever. Like I don't know them that well. I don't know what, like I only knew them for like a very short time. I don't know what they did before I met them, what they did after, and I only know what I saw when I was with them, and those things I disclosed. To the Legal Profession Admission Board, I disclosed everything I knew about those guys. I put them down on my letter. Okay, I just want you to know that my comment about privacy in that video was protecting not criminal activity, but protecting other people's privacy. Yes, I think it's important to respect the privacy of citizens in this country. Yeah, I do think that people have a right to privacy. So, I think that I expressed those views in that video because I was honestly trying to check myself, because these ethics are very important to me, I'm not a perfect person, I'm flawed. I might have skeletons in my closet still, but I do think people have a right. I don't think I would be such a horrible person that you are going to think that, oh, whatever, like you need, whatever, you want a reference from my, I disclosed, to the principal solicitor of the inner city legal, I made a disclosure to him, and he told me that I did not have to disclose because it happened a while ago or whatever. And I think I don't know if I should say, I don't want to get him in trouble. But so I already made my disclosure to him. All right. And the psychiatrist, I already provided you a psychiatrist. I just started seeing a psychiatrist, okay? I only had my one appointment with her. How is she supposed to know how I'm coping with all these stuff? Like, my next appointment is on August 12th, and I can't get that. What's the point? That report is not. She doesn't know me that well. I cannot get another report for you that's gonna make you satisfied or whatever. I told you what my conditions are. I told you I've been receiving treatment. I've had this for years. This isn't something new. And your third request about my video was just whatever. I think you misinterpreted that video. That video was about talking in a philosophical, ethical term about that kind of Nazi situation where in some cases, yes, you have to lie because if the court or legal system is like a Nazi regime, evil, you have to protect people, So, I think that's justified. But I take that seriously. I don't think lying to the court or whatever is just, you just lie or whatever. It's a serious ethical dilemma. And there are, what I was considering was that there are cases or circumstances where, I can't see that happening in Australia. I don't think the Australian legal system is a Nazi regime, but I was thinking more in a big picture philosophical sense. So whatever. So what am I going to do? I do feel kind of down by this. I feel kind of low. It's kind of depressing because it's like, well, I did all of this stuff and now I can't. They're not gonna give me the thing because of my character is questionable because I make a YouTube video. My YouTube videos are people, you know how. So I make a YouTube video and they're gonna bring that up as some kind of, that puts a question on my character. And I've been so open. I find that disgusting. I find this disgusting. I find it ethically reprehensible that they are going to bring that video up. I really feel upset by it. I mean, that's the thing which upsets me the most, is that they're going to question my character based on something I said in that video. Fuck you. So there you go, that's my decision. I'm not going to apply for admission. I don't need this bullshit. Yeah, I don't need it. I think I'm a much better human being. I'm a much better human being than being a lawyer. I'm a much better human being. I think if I have to acquiesce to their demands, given everything I've said about myself, if I'm too proud, or I'm not too proud, I'm too angry. I'm too upset and angry to acquiesce to their demands. I'm too upset and angry, given how open I've been. That they're gonna, that's what upsets me the most, that they're gonna question my character and integrity because of seeing this video. So yeah, well, as you can see, I'm quite upset, but I'm sure I'll get over it. But you know, well, you know, hey, I'm gonna live my life open. And I will respect the privacy of people, because I think people have a right to privacy. I value that highly. But my life, yeah, I'll be open about my life. I won't talk about other people. Yes, sometimes I do, and I have problems with that. You know. But I'll be open about my life and what I think. So, yeah. Yeah, I am too upset and angry and insulted. I feel insulted by this request. I find this request insulting to my person. And I am not going to, well, you know, whatever. I don't think they give a shit about me, but whatever. You know, I give a shit about me. And, yeah, you know, they took the time to consider my application and see my video, so I guess, you know, they took it seriously enough. I guess I have to give them some credit for at least considering my application. Yes, I had to pay $900 for it, but they did consider it. But I think this request is offensive to my sensibilities. I don't know, that sounds so prideful, whatever. I don't know. I'm not going to bother my principal solicitor. Point number 2, what's the point of getting a psychiatrist report? I mean, what is that going to do? I mean, what does that mean? It doesn't mean anything. What does that mean? A recent report about your ability to satisfactorily carry out the inherent requirements. What does that mean? Yeah, I'm depressed, but okay, what? What does that mean? It just seems like some legal mumbo jumbo. It's like they don't want to admit me, and this is how they're gonna do it. Fine, okay. Fine. You don't want to admit me? Fine, that's okay. It's not the end of the world. I can move on. It doesn't have to be expressed in this convoluted fashion. Just say, we don't think you're a fit and proper person. Blah, finished. I would have preferred that. I would have preferred a statement saying, the board feels that you're not a fit and proper person because of your past and because of whatever. Or maybe if they did that, I would be appealing it or whatever. So they're trying to cover their ass. They don't want me to appeal. They don't want to give me grounds to appeal their decision, because you can appeal these kinds of decisions, but I'm not going to appeal it. I'm not that petty. So basically, they just didn't want to admit me, and this is how they're going to do it. Instead of coming out and state out, instead of just upfront saying it, they're going to do it by this way. That's what I think. So, whatever. This is a problem with these legal people. This is how they operate. This is how they work. So, hey, whatever. I'm not going to apply for this. I made my application. I don't need the board to consider my application again at its next meeting, and I'm going to try and figure out something else to do. Yeah. There are lots of things for me to do, and I'm going to focus on that. Yeah, and yeah, my YouTube channel is important. That's right, people. It's important enough that I don't need to do this. I just don't like this kind of. I mean, this is one of the problems with being a lawyer, is this is how they work. They do it all like it's not upfront enough, because if you're upfront like me, they're going to use it against you. So instead of saying we're not going to admit you, they have to do it this way. And I don't know if they're going to come after my YouTube channel because I am making disagreements about their letter. I mean, this is I am the intended recipient, therefore I can disclose. I am the intended recipient, therefore I can disclose. I think I'll put a link to this. I'll just cancel out my name and address and some names. Yeah. So yeah, well, see how we'll go forward from here.